Alright, you guys, so for some reason YouTube is having issues with uploading videos tonight and it's making me super cranky. And I recorded a full video of using concealer and contour sticks and all this fun stuff, and it recorded only 13 seconds. So I'm just going to do a quick recap. I will have to do this again tomorrow, you guys. I'm so sorry. Like, I feel so stupid, but the concealer I used is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Antioxidant Concealer in the color Vanilla and Bisque. Now, Bisque is my perfect match concealer used to cover redness and blemishes, so I put that under my eye and on my nose and a little bit on my chin and upper lip. Blended it out with my Beauty Blender, and then I used the Vanilla, which is the lighter shade, to highlight my T-zone, my under eye, upper lip, and chin. Blended that out with Beauty Blender, and then I went in with my contour sticks. Now, all this stuff you can find at Walmart. That's why it's the Walmart products look, because a lot of people can't afford high-end makeup, and they deserve to have beautiful makeup looks as well. So I'm giving you some options. Not everyone's going to do their makeup the same, but I wanted to show you some tips and tricks on how to do it. So I started off with this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Contour Stick in the color Oaks on You. And what I did was I put it on the corners of my forehead, on my temple, and I swiped it from the top of my ear to the hollow of my cheek, and then I did the sides of my nose and my jawline. Now, contouring is to create a shadow to show your bone structure, so that's why you use a more ashier tone. This isn't an ashier tone, but I created a shadow nonetheless. I do have a more ashier tone foundation stick that I use, but I'll use it another time. Then what I used on top of the Wet n Wild is this little e.l.f. bronzer stick. But with this product, I've noticed that if you put it alone, it doesn't blend as well as if you were to put it on top of this. So I just put a little swipe right here from the upper ear right to here. I put a dot right here, a dot right here, a dot, a dot, a dot, and a dot, just so I could blend it out. And they blend out so nicely. And now I have a nice little shadow there to, start with the know where to put my bronzer. So after I used these, blended them out with my foundation brush. You can use something else, but I use my foundation brush. It just creates a beautiful shadow effect. But if you use your foundation brush, you guys, you have to wash your brushes more often because there's multiple products on that brush and it gets kind of sticky and goopy. Ugh. So you have to wash them more often, but I wash mine all the time, so. And then to set my face, I'm using this cute little container of setting powder called the Hard Candy Translucent Loose Airy Powder with Rose Hip Oil in the scent Sparkling Strawberry. This one is a really nice setting powder. I took off the top by accident, so it is just a bunch of powder, as you can see. Now, it's not as finely milled as I like it to be. I like my powders to be really finely milled because that helps prevent cakiness. But as long as you dab off the extra or the excess, bang your brush out after you dip into here, and it's just a thin layer on your brush bristles, and then lightly stipple onto your face where you need to set, you'll be okay. As long as you don't use too much of this, you're good. But it smells like strawberries. Love it. And it blurs out imperfections, and it has rose hip oil in it, which is good for your skin. And look how freaking cute that container is with the Marilyn Monroe on it and the pretty rose and the strawberries. Hard Candy is a really nice brand at Walmart. So I just set my face. That's the last thing I did before this video catastrophe. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush, just a little floofy brush, and just wipe off excess powder from my eyelid. So I'm just going to wipe it off. Make sure it's not going to mess with my eyeshadow. And then I do a little bit under the eye as well. You're always going to sweep after you do your eyeshadow look just to get any of the fallout. Get rid of the fallout that happens. But I like to kind of get rid of any of that loose powder around the eye area. Okay. So we're going to start with our eye look now, you guys. And what I'm going to be using is 3 different palettes. I'm going to be using this Rimmel London Violet Edition palette. I'm going to be using this Hard Candy Naturally Gorgeous palette, which is a bunch of shimmers. And also the Profusion Cosmetics Festival palette. These are gorgeous they have so many gorgeous palettes with the Profusion brand at Walmart. I have like 7 of them, and they all have different colors. They're so beautiful. They're so pigmented, but just a little warning about these. And it's not bad. It really isn't bad, just for your information, for you guys to know. I notice when I use like the bright pinks, after I cleanse my face, I have a little stain of pink on my eyelid. It's okay. It goes away. Just do a double cleanse and it will go away. But just for a heads up, that might happen to you. It might not. It might not, but it might. So what I'm going to start off with is a base on my eye. And I'm going to open this Profusion Festival palette. And I'm going to use this neutral color right here and put it all over my eyelid. So I'm just going to grab a brush. And I'm using a Real Techniques brush. It's just an eyeshadow brush. I'm going to dip into that. I'm going to put it all over my eyelid. Excuse me, you guys. My allergies are wicked lately. Up until the eyebrow bone. The brow bone. You're going to go up right to that spot and put that base coat. I call it a base coat. I don't know what you can call it, but that's what I call it, you guys. Now, you don't want to put a heavy amount on, just enough to get that color on the eyelid, because it's just going to get covered by other eyeshadow anyway, so. Okay. So next up, what I'm going to use is I'm going to go in with a crease color. And the crease color that I'm going to be using today is this really pretty light blue in the Profusions palette, and I'm going to go in with that in my crease. So I'm going to grab a crease brush. Where did I put it? There we go. An e.l.f. Eye crease brush, it's called. Okay, I'm going to dip into that color. I'm going to put it right in my crease. See? And you're just going to put as much as or as little as you want. I like bold looks, so I like to put a lot. You don't have to put as much as me, of course, but it's totally what your preference is. And since I have hooded eyes, I am putting it a little bit above as well, because otherwise you won't be able to see the lid colors and the crease colors because my eyes are hooded. Okay. So now I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. I can't even talk, you guys. Oh my gosh. The e.l.f. blending eye brush, and it's a bigger version of the other one. Still a densely packed brush with bristles, so it does the job very well. You can use a fluffy blending brush if you'd like, but I like the color to stay more dense on the eyelid, so that's why I'm using this densely packed brush. And you're gonna just do windshield wiper motions, and you can do it in the crease, but if you have hooded eyes, like I said, I blend above the crease too. And it's just to disperse the color a little bit more than what the fluffy brush would do. The fluffy brush gives like a more fanned out effect, like a light fanned out effect. This one keeps that color, you know, more vibrant, I would say, in the areas that you place it. So just blend, blend, blend. The more blending, the better. I love these colors. They're so pretty. Okay, I'm just going to dip in with a little bit more. Just right here. And right here. Okay. Okay, so now above that color, just a little bit, you guys, I promise, just a teensy bit. Actually, I'll use this one. This beautiful light purple right here. I'm going to dip in with that bigger blending eye brush. And I'm just going to put that above the crease on the top of this color. just gonna blend, blend, blend. Now this color is not gonna be super vibrant because I'm not putting a lot on there. It's just I want those two colors mixed together for this look. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. Okay, a little bit more. I'm using my phone as my mirror and it's so hard to like decipher. I need to get my like vanity set up so bad, you guys. This is like not easy. Ooh, okay, it's coming out pretty already. Okay. Make sure that's all blended. And the next color that I'm going to be using is going to be this gorgeous, gorgeous color right here. This beautiful greenish blue shimmer is going all over my eyelid. So I'm going to grab an eyeshadow brush. Which one do I want to use? I'll use the e.l.f. one. This is an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. And these are okay. I like some other ones better, but this gives a nice, densely packed amount of color on there. If you want to pack on the color like I am right now. Ooh, look at that. It's super pretty. So you don't need high-end makeup to get pretty looks. I mean, of course, it's nice to use those makeup brands. Look at that. I love that color. I'm just going to keep piling it on. I know it's a lot. It seems like a lot, but I want that eyelid color to pop. And you can always wet your brush too before. That'll also cause a more vibrant color on the eyelid. Which, I brought my setting spray.